Hello, it's Amanda from Suddenly Autistic, and it's been about a month now since we came back from our trip to the UK. I'm from England and my husband is too, and we were brought up there. We moved to Australia here when the year I was turning 30, so quite a while ago, but we did spend a significant amount of time in England. This trip back was the first time I'd been back for, I can't remember whether it was 9 years or, no, it was 7 years. It was 7 years since I'd been back, and 6 years since I'd seen my family over there, my parents, longer since I'd seen my younger sister, and I hadn't seen my younger sister's family at all. She's had 2 children and a partner and all the rest of it in that time. Anyway, long story short, and why I'm putting her on here, this was the first time that I've gone back to England as someone who's autistic, as opposed to just regular old me. And that's what this is about. So, seeing England, I guess, I go from, so seeing England for the first time as somebody who knows that they're now autistic was nice. Nice is a very, well, but that's kind of how it felt. It felt kind of like, I felt more comfortable in my skin than I have done before. The last time I went back to England, I was in a great place, personally with, I've just turned 40, it was my 40th birthday present year, and we did a bit of a trip with the family, with the kids while they were young, and we had a great time. That was a great trip, and I really enjoyed that. This was different because this is the first trip that my husband and I had done without the children. In fact, we were going over to see the youngest, who's studying over in England. I am cooking, that's why the smoke. So it felt different on that, from that angle, that we were going as a pair of adults, independent adults, for the first time ever. Well, no, we've travelled as independent adults before, but real adults, where you've got a family and everything, and a house and a mortgage and all the rest of it. So that was a big thing, but also knowing that I'm autistic was, for me, a big thing, because England's never seen me like that before. And that might seem like an odd thing to say, but it hasn't. The country hasn't seen the autistic me before. The country where I was made hasn't seen me, hasn't ever known me. Or maybe it did, but it was just me that didn't know me. Who knows? But anyway, this time it's like complete package, and that felt quite nice, to be honest. Seeing my family for the first time, everybody's different, so it made it felt different with every situation. But again, on the whole, I felt good that it didn't feel weird or awkward to me to be seeing my family for the first time as Amanda, who's autistic. It felt, like a new set of possibilities, and a new step forward. So that was actually quite nice for me. I felt more comfortable the whole trip just being myself. I felt more comfortable engaging in the activities that I like to engage in, to the level that I like to engage in them. I felt more comfortable with saying no to things that I didn't want to do, or explaining, why. And I know you don't have to explain why you don't have to do something, but I'm autistic and I'm used to doing that for lots of other reasons, so I do. But it felt good to be able to explain really why I like to do things the way I do, and the reasons behind my actions. And I pause on that because that's another big thing for me. I have often been misunderstood as a very dominant alpha type personality, and definitely there's a bit of that in me, but I'm not, I'm definitely not a submissive or a passive sort of person that way. I'm not the kind of person who's a classic A-type personality. I'm not competitive with other people. I'm not really that interested in other people. But, it's more, I've got my own mind and I'm independent and I'll stick to it. So explaining myself and being able to put it into a context that went you know, into my autistic self and how that expresses and what my needs are and how things feel, actually felt really, really kind. It felt really kind to myself, and it felt like I was being kind to other people, and I felt like other people had the opportunity to be extra kind to me. Whereas when they saw what I did as just sort of an A-type personality, I got the feeling that I was rubbing people up the wrong way sometimes, because they thought I was better than them, that I was a competitor or competing with them, that I was somehow trying to dominate or control them, when that's never been my case. That's never been the case. So overall, I would say that from my autistic perspective, going back to England and travelling around and viewing it through the eyes of myself, autistic Amanda, was a great experience. And yeah, onwards and upwards.